Oye, mira. My name is ZacaTechO. I'm your decolonial social scientist and film guy. This is Decolonizing Film, where Hollywood's propaganda gets dragged out of its nostalgia. Watch this scene with me, and I'll be right back.
Oh, check it out.
All right.
It looked pretty cool though, man.
I would say they were way off course. Very unusual.
You do something, Mr. Teasdale.
Red Dawn turns 41 years, 11 months, and 21 days old today.
Bro, what the f is you even talking about, bro?
Most people think Red Dawn was always meant to be anti-communist propaganda, but it wasn't. The original script was called 10 Soldiers, written by Kevin Reynolds. He wrote it as an anti-war story about young people being consumed by violence. The point was not that American teenagers were heroes. The point was that war destroys children. Then MGM got involved. They hired John Milius, and the story changed. Former Reagan Secretary of State Alexander Haig also helped shape the invasion scenario. Now the movie was no longer asking, what does war do to young people? It was asking, what if communists invaded your school, killed your family, occupied your town, and took away your freedom? And that shift matters, because Hollywood didn't teach audiences what communism actually was. It taught them what communism should feel like: fear, occupation, shortages, prison, death, the destruction of freedom. And when a movie attaches an ideology to childhood trauma, to family loss, and home invasion, audiences stop analyzing it politically. They start reacting to it emotionally, and that is the conditioning. Hollywood made the villains visually simple. Soviet, Cuban, and Nicaraguan soldiers became interchangeable symbols of communist evil, stripped of history, motive, and humanity. And the plot was absurd because it required NATO to collapse, Mexico to destabilize, and the Soviet Union to somehow invade and occupy the continental United States while maintaining impossible supply lines across a massive armed country. The scenario was never meant to be realistic. It was built to make anti-communist fear feel personal. The film turns American teenagers into guerrilla fighters and calls them freedom fighters, but it never asks why people in Cuba, Nicaragua, Vietnam, or elsewhere became revolutionaries in the first place. It leaves out land theft, foreign corporate control, US-backed dictatorships, coups, sanctions, and military intervention. So America gets to imagine itself as this innocent victim of invasion while its own interventions disappear from the story. This is why Red Dawn still matters today. The writer wanted to show you how war destroys children, but Hollywood turned it into a fantasy about how communism destroys America and freedom. And we hear this narrative today. This is how Hollywood conditioned you to believe politicians lying to your face.
And they're worried that somebody that, like this communist from New York, someday gets elected. I can't believe that's happening. That's a terrible thing for our country, by the way. He's a communist. We're going to go to a communistic state. That's so bad for New York.
Movies like Red Dawn sold you a reflex. Every time you hear the word communism, you freeze. You stop asking the right questions. You stop doing the research. This is exactly how Hollywood continues to condition its audiences around the world.